Stop number 25 in the Castrol GTX, or stop number 26, I should say, in the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia, as we are here today for the running of the Goody's Headache Powder 500, as we're set for 75 laps of racing on this 0.526 mile racetrack here. If you look overhead, it's a racetrack that looks like a paperclip at Martinsville. If you look at the track and the pit road inside the track, I should say. But anyway, we're set for racing here today, and here's the starting lineup. On the pole is Joshua Osborne, car number 19, the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce 40s, alongside the number 94 Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. It's Dylan Poteet sitting alongside a pair of Kentucky drivers on the front row. Second row has a pair of ladies. It is car number 9, Jessica Shelton, the number 9 Coors Melling Ford. She has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's event. She's alongside number 98, Laura Chung, in the Banquet Frozen Foods Chevrolet. Row 3, Dylan Young in number 2, and number 71, Charles Sanford, sitting alongside the Big Apple Markets Chevrolet. Next row down has car number 14, Kev Shearer, the Copenhagen Oldsmobile, winner of the season at the first Dover event. He's alongside 2-time winner of the season so far, Trent Dunham in number 1, the Skull Classic Oldsmobile. Trent won the first Darlington race. He also won the night race at Bristol this season. Row number 5 has car 11, Keith Batson, currently comes in this race. Number 5 in the points coming in this event, the number 11 Budweiser Ford. Day drives a Chevrolet, it's going to be the day pigs fly. Alongside Keith will be car number 52, Seth Cole. Seth's yet to win a race this season so far. He's third in the points coming in this event. Keith Batson, on the other hand, he won a 600 at Charlotte this season. Next row, the Quaker State Buick, car number 26. It is Alexander Rowe driving that machine. He'll be alongside car 66, the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic machine of Harrison Ponder. Next row down is car number 27, Raphael LeDuc, and number 3, Cole Deaver, the GM Gilbert Chevrolet, 4-time winner season so far. And LeDuc has won twice this season so far, and he's also going for the Martinsville sweep. He won the last time he was here. Next row is number 6, Austin Reed, the winner of the first Richmond event, and he'll be alongside the winner of the first Talladega event this season. That is Aubrey Scott, number 7, this is Alexander Breeze Ford. Next row, Kyle Matthews in 42, the winner of the first Rockingham race this season so far. They fill up the Peak Antifreeze Pontiac. He's alongside the man who won the last time he was on race on the tour, Dover, the second Dover event. Quentin Moore, the points leader, coming in, the number 15 Motorcraft Ford. Quentin's lead 113 points coming in this event. Next row down is number 25, Colin Cropley in the Kodiak Chevrolet. He won the Daytona 500 and also the day race at Bristol. He's alongside number 43, Mike Becker in the STP Pontiac. Cropley will be back in the 25 next season, and Becker will be back in the 43 next season. Speaking of drivers, will be back with their car numbers next season as well, too. Caleb Fogler in number 90, he'll be back with that car next season as well, too, except with a different sponsorship. He'll be alongside number 18, that is Benjamin Miles, who won the Brickyard 400 this season. Fogler won the second Richmond event this season. Next one is number 75, Mitchell Hodak, and number 12, Ryan Brommer. Then it's number 4, William Brock, the Pepsi 400 winner at Daytona. He's alongside number 89, Evan Rube Pontiac of Daniel Silla. Next one down is number 5, Bill Parker, 2-time winner season so far. He won at Atlanta and Pocono. He'll be alongside 73, Cody McGurk. Next one down is 2-time winner season so far, Nathan Orman. He won at Michigan and Darlington. He'll be alongside number 28, Jackson Haywood in the Texaco Haviland Ford. Next row is Reggie Fogelman at number 21, the Sitco Ford, and 33, Amanda Evans in the Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. Next row is number 10, Preston Plord in the Peter Letter Chevrolet, and number 30, Zachary Fitzwater in the Country Time Maxwell House Pontiac. Fitzwater won the second race at Michigan this season. Next row is number 70, James Sykes, and number 20, Eric Monaco. Then Stephen Cologne, number 2 in points coming in this event. He starts way back in the 57 Heinz 57 Tomato Ketchup Pontiac. He'll be alongside number 8, Noah Sewell in a Snickers Buick, and he'll be starting shotgun as Nori Miyazaki, and number 83 in his Oldsmobile. So the field beginning to line up here. 39 cars beginning to break loose here at Martinsville Speedway. Here comes the command to fire the engines for today's Goody's Headache Powder 500.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
I should have said command to fire the engines, not the starting lineup, because we already went through that. The engines have fired up here. The pace car will lead the field around for the pace up, but we'll be back to return to start the race right for this. Field being led through turns number 3 and 4. Joshua Osborne and Dylan Pote will lead them down to the start-finish line. And the green flag flies, and we are underway in the Goody's Headache Powder 500. Several cars wall scraping coming off the second turn. We'll be seeing that a lot during the day. Jessica Shelton now getting past Dylan Pote for second place here. Shelton, we mentioned, one of our 3 in-car cameras. Our other 2 cameras will be riding inside the cars of Harrison Ponder and Alexander Rowe. Those will be our other 2 cameras for today's event. As they come through turns number 3 and 4, Jessica Shelton's won here a bunch of times at Martinsville herself. As you jump on board with Jessica, Osborne's also won here on this track before as well too, as they come through turns off turn number 2. If there's 2 things this track is hard on at Martinsville, it is brakes and engines. We mentioned this a bunch of times on this track here, obviously too. Here, the engines, because of the gearing they use inside, the gearing setup they use on these cars. Here, rev these engines so high going into turn 3 and going into turn 1 and turn 3, but yet the RPMs are so low through the middle of the turn. So that's why here, of course, obviously this setup being a two long straightaways and 2 very tight hairpin turns, almost like turn 11 at Sonoma, where we was at a little bit earlier this season. And of course, as far as the brakes, well, that's where the tight hairpin turn is also where the brake problems usually come at Martinsville, because you use a lot of brakes on this track. Almost as much as you would on a road course. As you watch the Dillons battle together here, Poteet 94 and Young in number 2. Dylan Young up the number 4 position right now. Poteet running in 3rd, Shelton 2nd, and Osborne leading. Kev Shear running in 5th position. 6th is Keith Batson. 7th is Laura Chung. Battle for 8th going on between Harrison Ponder in 66 and 71, Charles Samper. Meantime, Samper under fire from Trent Dunham in car number 1. Him and the 52 car of Seth Cole. Seth running in 11th position. 12th is Cole Deaver in car number 3. As we come off turn number 4 here, you're on board now with Alexander Rowe in car 26. That car will be back next season, but the driver, that's still up for grabs next season as well too. Alexander to the inside, close up in the back of the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet of Cole Deaver as they come off turn number 4. These sides of these race cars are going to are taking quite a beating already in the first 10 laps of this race. Well, almost 10 laps. We're running lap 9 right now. Here comes Raphael LeDuc to the left side, the man who won the last time he was here at Martinsville in the first race here. He also won the season at Sonoma, California, one of the road courses on the season. And LeDuc, I'm sure, pretty surprised about that, being him winning on a road course. LeDuc from the province of Quebec is where he's from. And he hopes to have the Maple Leaf flag flying at least a few more times this season here. And what race do we have left there? We have 6 to go in the season here, 5 to go. When after this race is over, we'll be going to North Wilkesboro next on the tour. And after that, we'll be going to Charlotte for the Mellow Yellow 500, the last night race of the season. And then it's on the Rockingham for the AC Delco 400, and then after that will be the Subway 500 at Phoenix, and then the finale at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Napa Auto Parts 500. That would be the remaining races of the season here. As you watch Austin Reed and Colin Cropley go at it, Cropley in 25, Reed in the 6 here. Cropley trying to get himself back on the low side of the track. Aubrey Scott behind him in number 7, getting around the 17 of Nathan Ormond. Ormond's has worked his way through the field nicely, up the 20th position right now. Behind him is his Hendrick teammate Phil Parker in car number 5, running in 21st here, but he's got Mitchell Hodak on the back bumper. As for the points leader, well, there he is. Quentin Moore, number 15 car. He is running right now in 24th position. And I'm sure Quentin not real happy with that setup right now, especially after dominating at Dover, getting his points back that he lost at Richmond. And now the shoes appears to be on the other foot right now for Quentin as he's running back in 24th position. Remember he ballooned his lead from 60 to 113 after dominating Dover. And right now I'm sure he's looking at 113 point lead. It's now dwindled to nothing. Well, I don't want to say to nothing actually, because Deaver and Seth Cole neither one are up in the top 5 right now. Deaver's in 12th and Seth is running in 10th. But the good news, as far as the second place driver in the points, though, as far as for Quentin Moore, number 2 in the points behind Quentin is Stephen Colon, and there is Colon right now. He is battling to not be dead last right now. So the bad news for Quentin, bad news for Stephen Colon. The bad news really would be for Stephen Colon. He was second place. He climbed to number 2 in the points after Dover. And now, because of Seth Cole and Cole Deaver both up in the top 15, and whereas Steven's 38th, that's going to move Steven down to about 3rd, maybe 4th in the points coming out of this trek at Martinsville. All the while, Seth and Cole maybe will gain up a little bit on Quentin for the points lead. Back inside with Jessica Shelton, and she is closed up in the back of Joshua Osborne's car. Car number 19 to the low side of the track here. Closing up on lap traffic right now between those front 2 cars here. Take a look at the RPMs right there on Jessica's car, about 4,500 coming in the middle of 3 and 4. And up to about maybe 8,600 into turn number 3. Heading in turn number 3 right there, about 87. Excuse me, about 87.50 going in turn 3, and about the same going in turn number 1 that time, about 87.50, maybe 8,800 RPMs going in turn number 1. We've seen well over 93, 9,400 RPMs going in turn number 1 on cut physics here at Martinsville. And as far as the lowest RPM range, we see, and the RPMs are about the range in the middle of the turns were pretty well normal, about 4,500. But right now, these two are battling it out for the lead right now, and don't count Dylan Poteet out. Poteet's not letting Shelton get far ahead of him. There is Dylan in number 94, the Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile, running pretty strong right now. He's been having some pretty good runs. He's quietly had some good runs this season so far in the Sunoco machine. Not yet won this season, though, but Poteet looking pretty good right now at this point here. There's number 2, Dylan Young, in 4th position. 5th is Kev Shearer. So no change among the top 5 right now, race-wise. Take a look, see what all we got battles going on here. There's Caleb Fogler in the 90 car. There's the 6th of Austin Reed. Probably in 18th, Aubrey Scott 19th, Nathan Orman in 20th. 21st is Phil Parker. 22nd, Mitchell Hodak. 23rd is Benjamin Miles. Quentin Moore 24th. Mike Becker trying to find a way around him. He's 25th right now in the 43 car. Then Reggie Vogelman 26th, and it's William Brock 27th. 28th is Daniel Silla. 29th, Noah Sewell. After starting back in 38th position, he's moved up through the field well. Eric Monaco running the 30th position right now, and there's Sewell way up on the high side. Monaco goes inside trying to get around him. Oldsmobile on the low side, Buick on the high side as they come into turn number 3. Sewell closes up, shuts the door on Eric Monaco's car. Jackson Haywood 31st, Preston Plore 32nd. I'm sure Preston pretty frustrated over that. James Sykes 33rd, Amanda Evans, Ryan Brummer, Cody McGurk, Stephen Cologne, Fitzwater back in 38, and Nori Miyazaki in 39th, and there is the leader, Joshua Osborne. He's not far behind Nori Miyazaki right now. So, but we will see, though. Usually in the last half of the races, usually involves getting in lap traffic at Martinsville. So, and that plays a factor. Lord knows what's going to happen between Osborne and Shelton for the lead right here. And maybe, as I said, maybe throw Poteet and maybe Dylan Young in there, too. Because, like I said, the old saying goes at Martinsville, catching them is one thing, but passing them is a whole nother story. And that's the case in many racetracks we go to on the Castrol GTX Cup Series Tour. But Osborne holding his own right now and looking for his first victory of the season. It's been feast or famine for Osborne this season, as far as his season's gone here. Started off not so well in the season, but but over the second half of the season, he's been one of the more consistent cars out there. The number 19 car. Now, whether Joshua chooses to stay with this rider or go with a different rider in the 1991 car set, that's going to be well, beyond his decision. That's going to be his decision, obviously, but Osborne looking good right now so far at Martinsville as we completed now 31 laps in this race. There's Jessica Shelton. She'll be with the number 9 Coors Light car next season. It'll be a blue and white car for season 35, and Jessica will be back on full tour. She's been part-time scheduled this season by virtue of being the Castrol GTX Cup Series champion from last season, which, if memory serves me right, that was number 6 for Jessica. And now they have caught Miyazaki's Carter. Osborne has, and now let's see what Jessica does right there. She closed up at all right there. And I'm sure she's looking at what Joshua's doing right now, because she knows if he makes one slip up, then she's up on the back bumper that Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Ford. Jessica's best finish of the season is second place at Watkins Glen to Cole Deaver, where she almost pulled off that victory in that race there. And Jessica, I'm sure, wanted to get at least one win after this season. Off turn number 4 they come right there. Jessica now goes up in the back of the 83 car to see what she does. Come up the back of him right there, and Jessica slipped a little bit going into turn number 1. And there's the rear bumper came from Jessica's car, looking right at Dylan Poteet, number 94. And he has pulled up in the back of Shelton's bumper. Ford's first and second right now, then Oldsmobile in third, a Pontiac in fourth, and an Oldsmobile in fifth with Kev Shearer. And Poteet to the high side of the radar going to turn number 3. And that whole thing let Osborne pull ahead of Jessica Shelton there. Josh was saying, I'm live with this guy's here. I'm going to take off and win this thing. But don't get ahead of yourself right now, because we are halfway home at this point of this race here. 38 laps in the books this time by them. We'll be down to 37 to go, so be halfway home for Joshua Osborne. But he's got more lap traffic to negotiate here at Martinsville Speedway. Let's take a look at the 83 car there. Dylan Young's gone by. Kev Shearer has gone by. That was 5th position right there for Kev. And now Keith Batson, the next one to try to come up behind the 66 machine, or 83 machine, I should say, of Nori Miyazaki. Inside Harrison Ponder's car 66, the Phillips 66 truck at in-car camera. Running right now in 8th position. Harrison Ponder is there, having a darn good run here today. See how he's buzzing his engine here. We saw it down about 4,300 RPMs in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Now down about 44, 4,500 in the middle of 3 and 4. And not quite high up in the RPMs there, up to about 8,200 going in turn number 1, excuse me. Things happen so quick at Martinsville, you can forget which turn you're in right now. Laps here take about 20 seconds a lap here on this racetrack here, about 19 or 20 seconds a lap around Martinsville Speedway. Lap speeds upwards of about a little over 90 to 95 miles an hour here. As you see Seth Cole go inside now of Charles Sanford. That's for 9th place. The pair of blue cars here, the powder blue 52 and the petty blue 71. Seth will be back with his 52 ride next season, and same with Trent Dunham in the 1 car. He'll be back with that ride next season as well, too. Seth now picks up a spot. That's 9th position that Seth just took here. Charles Sanford dropping the 10th. Here comes Trent Dunham. And, of course, you know Cole Deaver will be back with the ride he's in right now next season as well, too, the Goodwrench Chevrolet. And Deaver trying to put the bumper on that 71 car. There's Deaver saying, come on, Charles, get out of the way. And Charles saying, you'll have to do it over my dead body. So Dunham gets by Charles out of those 10th position, so that drops Charles to 11th, Deaver in 12th. 13th is Rafael LeDuc and Alexander Rowe running 14th in the 26 car, and 15th is Kyle Matthews in car 42. Kyle has never won here. I don't think he's won here at Martinsville before. I'm not sure on that one, but now Deaver loses the spot to the 27 car of Rafael LeDuc. Deaver dives inside now of Miyazaki. Miyazaki's saying, okay, Cole, you're so faster than I am. And he's going to have a mirror full of green now, too, at the 26th machine of Alexander Rowe. All getting by him as well, too, here. But the front two but the interval between the front two, well, it's shrinking between the 19 and the 9. And Stephen Colon, the number 2 driver in the points coming into this event, he's about to be put a lap down by Joshua Osborne. Colon running in 38th position right now. Quentin Moore, meantime, the points leader, is still running 24th. So as we mentioned, the bad news for Stephen Colon that he is going to lose. He's going to lose on his points. He's not only going to lose ground to Quentin in the points, but he's also going to possibly. He's also probably going to lose 2nd and 3rd as well too, and drop him down to about probably 4th, maybe even 5th in the points, because Keith Batson wasn't far behind wasn't behind Deaver and Seth as well neither. And the top 5 in the points coming in this event was less than 160 points. So for Quentin Moore, it's a good news, bad news situation that he's in, though, but that's more of a bad news situation for the 57 team than it is for the 15 team. As bad as that, as much as Quentin does not want his day going the way it is right now. But I tell you, one who's going to have a situation here in just a moment. If the lap car doesn't get out of the way for him, it's Joshua Osborne, because he's going to have a mirror full of that red Coors machine of Jessica Shelton here in just a minute. I'm sure Jessica right now saying, here, kitty, 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 kitty. And we are not far away from the end, though. This time we'll be down to 22 to go here at Martinsville Speedway. It is 75 lap event here, and Shelton is close up on nearly to the back bumper of that Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Ford. Check the speeds this time by here between the 19 and the 9 cars. Osborne at the high side. Here comes Jess on the low side. She's up on the back bumper of the 19. Joshua that time by 87.993. Jessica 88.606. It is down to a quarter of a second, and the average speed is just a little over 90 miles an hour. For the leader here, Jessica now tries the high side of the racetrack here. Nothing there. Dylan Poteet waiting to evade if something happens between the front 2 cars. Osborne tries to hide side. Shelton down the low side. Jessica picks it up again. And a margin down from 0.4 of a second to 0.26 of a second that time by. Up in the back bumper there. There are two Fords. Heading up into the third and fourth turns now. Osborne, he's got one eye out the windshield and one eye on the rear view mirror. You can about guarantee that though, because he is going to try his darndest to not let Jessica by. Whereas Jessica, I would imagine, has got blood in her eyes right now, being as competitive as she is. But then again, so too is Osborne too. Battle of wits between those front two cars. Dylan Poteet in third position. Again, the front fives has not changed, but Keith Batson close over the back of Kev Shearer. That's for fifth place between the 14 and the 11. Batson, a short track racer from his native state of Maine, having another solid day here today. He's fifth in the points coming into this event, though, but this is a battle for the lead here. And Poteet's not far behind. Let's take a look at the copper cam. There's how far Poteet is behind Shelton. So we may have a three-way battle for the win here. Maybe a four-way if Dylan Young gets close enough now. And Jessica goes to high side once again. Come off turn number 4. With Stephen Colon giving Joshua Osborne fits as far as trying to lap him right there in this and now see what happens in turn 3. Oh, Osborne slipped. Here comes Jessica once again in turn 3. .27 of a second last time by. 0.8 of a second from first to third. Come by this time by to complete the 60-second lap. We will have 13 to go here at Martinsville. Oh, Osborne slipped. Here comes Shelton to the low side in turn number 2. Osborne in the 19, Shelton in the 9. They start the drag race in the turn number 3. Shelton dives inside. She'll take the lead from Osborne. Osborne fights back on the outside. A half a car some of the front two cars. Osborne hanging on the high side of the track there, but Jessica's got the bike coming off turn number 2. Now Poteet pulls to the back of that 19 car. Osborne, oh, he gives Shelton a tap, and Osborne up the track. Here comes Poteet. Poteet trying for second. Dylan Young watching all this from fourth position, and now Poteet tries for second place. Osborne fights back on the outside again. Now Kev Shearer gets into it in the 14 car. Fourth place. Off turn number 4 now. 10 laps to go at Martinsville Speedway. Now can Poteet catch Shelton? That's going to be the question. Shelton waited and bided her time, and it all paid off for now. It has, but we still got 9 laps to see what happens here. Joshua's not done yet with Dylan Poteet. Second place. Ford in first. Oldsmobile second. Ford in third. Oldsmobile out the fourth now with Kev Shearer. And Keith Batson, another Ford up at the 5th position as he's gotten around Dylan Young. And now Jessica's now pulled to the back of Zachary Fitzwater in the 30 car. Jess up on the high side. Here comes Poteet. We're not done yet. Don't tune away, folks, here. We're in for a good finish here at Martinsville. Off the 4th turn. This completes lap number 68. We're down to 7 to go. Boy, this is good stuff here. Short track racing at its finest here at Martinsville Speedway. There's Laura Chung. She's in 7th position. 8th is Ponder. 9th is Seth Cole. And Trent Dunham runs in 10th position right now with Charles Sanford closing up with the behind in 11th. In the meantime, Fitzwater trying to get a position from Stephen Colon. 70 laps in the books now. 5 to go here at Martinsville. There's the back bumper from Shelton's car looking at Dylan Poteet. Poteet may be setting her up. We'll see what happens here in that third turn. Remember, Shelton bided her time against Osborne throughout this entire race. And Joshua's now up on the high side, and he's going to be in danger of maybe losing third position to Kev Shearer. There's the 19 and the 14 going up, but Poteet's pulled up the back bumper of that 9 car once again. Oh, Poteet's right there. He's right down to number 4 now. 3 laps remaining. Three-car battle to the side of all here at Martinsville. Fitzwater did it low side. Shelton now pulls up behind the 30 car. Now as they go into turn number 3, Shelton slips up the high side. Here comes Poteet low side. That's what she did to Osborne a couple laps prior to the pass. Poteet slides up the high side. Shelton goes inside of Fitzwater now. They come out turn number 4. Turn number 2, I should say. Now they're heading to turn 3. It'll be the white flag. Will it be Jessica Shelton or Dylan Poteet in victory lane at Martinsville? Kev Shearer up to 3rd position. White flag is out. 1 lap remaining. Poteet slips the high side now. Here's the Fitzwater and Cologne. Shelton goes up the high side now as they get headed to turn number 3. Poteet gets it one last ditch. Everybody's not going to do it. Jessica Shelton wins at Martinsville. Wow, what a race! Jessica Shelton, the number 9 Coors Melling Ford. The Bill Elliott colors goes to victory lane here at Martinsville Speedway. But not without a fight from Dylan Poteet and Joshua Osborne all race long. I tell you, that was great short track racing here in these last, probably was it, 10, 15 laps of this race there. But the number 9 Coors Melling colors goes to victory lane. The red and white car. Average speed 89.406 miles an hour. But boy, margin of victory 0.387 at the start finish line here. Dylan Poteet is going to come in 2nd. Kev Shearer finishes 3rd. Keith Batson got around Osborne for 4th position. Joshua comes home 5th. 6th will go to Dylan Young. Laura Chung 7th. 8th will go to Harrison Ponder. Seth Cole will gain some points here in the point standings. He'll finish 9th. And Trent Dunham will finish in 10th position. 11th will go to Charles Sanford. Raphael Leduc will finish in 12th position. 13th will be Cole Diebert. Alexander Rowe 14th as he holds off Kyle Matthews for that spot. Matthews finishes 15th. 16th will go to Austin Reed. Caleb Vogler finishes 17th. Nathan Orman comes from back in the pack to finish in 18th position. 9th and 15th will go to Bill Parker, and Aubrey Scott will finish in 20th. 21st will go to Colin Cropley, then Benjamin Miles. Quentin Moore moved up to 23rd in the final running order, but still nothing damn sure Quentin wanted it, especially after his big victory at Dover. Mike Becker 24th, Reggie Vogelman 25th. William Brock 26th. Noah Sewell started 38th, and he'll finish 27th in today's event. 29th will go to, or 28th I should say, will go to Eric Monaco. 29th Jackson Haywood, and Daniel Silla will finish in 30th position. 31st will go to Mitchell Hodak, Preston Plord 32nd, Ryan Brommer 33rd. 34th will go to Amanda Evans, James Sykes 34th, or Amanda Evans 34th, James Sykes 35th, and Cody McGurk, Zachary Fitzwater, Stephen Cologne, and Nori Miyazaki, the top 5 in the final running order. Or the final running order, I should say, in 39th position. So that would do it here today at Martinsville Speedway. Congratulations once again to Jessica Shelton in getting her first victory of the season as she wins the Goody's Headache Powder 500. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup series, the main series on his channel. If you want future seasons of Seth's series, be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going. And also check our other 2 channels of this NNSCRA offline. Those channels being X8675398 is Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series, and also subscribe to his channel for some cool stuff, and also subscribe to the channel that he and Kyle Matthews had put together called We the Coasters. If you are a roller coaster / amusement park fanatic, then subscribe to We the Coasters here. You'll like what you're seeing there. You'll like what you see there. And also subscribe to this channel you're watching right here, the NNSCRA Sports Gaming channel, for some good stuff as well too. So that will do here today at Martinsville. For now, this is James Walls. It's been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 11 years of off-road racing at its best. We'll see you at North Wilkesboro for the Tyson Holly Farms 400.